sticky.
I do like being sticky.
I can help you out.
No, wait. Here's Emma's. Moist.
Food play.
Moist.
That word doesn't fuck with me, but it's funny when you say it like that.
Oh,
Wait,
I thought
when
moist
she goes-
I thought moist got you.
No, that's
Anybody
not
ever
mine.
played this?
I haven't.
Done.
Oh, did you fix it?
Hey, wait.
Oh.
Everyone on 3, let's say thank you to Dungeon Daddy in the most embarrassing way possible since we have sound. On 3. 1, put your fucking book down. We need to see. 1, 2, 3.
Thank
you,
you,
Dungeon
Daddy.
Can you say you're welcome, but as the old lady?
I think we need to send a thank you to what's the name? I forgot the name. Who let us know?
Pastel Dream.
Pastel Dream.
Pastel Galaxy Dream?
Indubitably.
Boobs.
Boobs. Where?
Behind the camera.
Off screen.
Yes. I play Kerrigan, a Fire Ganassi blood hunter, who has problems with authority, but specifically church authority, and loves her friends. Also, she just cast her blood curse.
Yes, where are we? I made coffee. So,
recap from the beginning again.
Yes. The recap is essentially fast forward 2 years. Graduation day. We all got ready.
I was gonna say the best part is that everybody piling out of my room.
Yes.
Sage over here made custom coffees for every single person.
He did. We ate. We kind of begrudgingly shared coffee and food with them. They left. We all then went to graduation. And then all of a sudden, we got invaded by these big...
You are skimming over a very important thing that you did.
What?
You split the fucking party! What?
I didn't leave yet.
That was before the invasion.
I left as the invasion was happening.
She waited.
It was when we were all running. It was when everybody was trying to run to the dome. But yes, I did split the party, and the reason being is because I saw that some people were not there and the administration building was available. So I was taking the opportunity because I need to go find the file on what happened to me 9 months earlier. I need to find the file. And I wanted to go to the administration building, which I'm glad I did, because when we went to the administration building, you guys all lovingly came to help me. Thank you. And then we ended up finding all these other innocent people, and Kerrigan got files. And because Kerrigan got the files, we all then ran to this big hangar thing. And what did we find there?
One point of order.
Yes.
Kerrigan doesn't have the files.
Erdos.
Oh, you have the files in a trash can. I forgot.
Specifically, Erdos has a trash can full of files.
Yes. Fast thinking. But what did we find in that hangar? What did we find in that secret hangar?
Dungeon Daddy.
In the secret hangar, you found a ship. And you guys climbed into the ship where you met...
We met her before we got in there, but she's a bitch.
She tied me up.
You tried to tie her up.
Because she wasn't being cooperative.
She was just telling us to get on the ship.
She wasn't answering my questions.
She said she'd
Sage-
answer everything if she got on the ship.
That's true because I was valedictorian.
Sage needs to check his messages.
And did we ever remember her name? Because I didn't look it up because I was busy.
I forgot what her name was.
That's all right.
It was something like Linda.
I thought it was like Susan or something like that, or Cheryl.
Okay, Cheryl it is.
It's Cheryl. Fine,
So,
her name is Cheryl now. But then
she obviously knows what the ship is.
You guys climb onto the ship, and the ship starts, and the hangar opens up, and you find yourselves looking at the stars. And that is where we ended last week. So to pick up this week, as the hangar opens and the ship starts to, you see the engine start to like turn on, and things are going. You feel like the rumble of the ship that you're on. Behind you, you hear a voice that you recognize say, "Oh, thank God you guys made it. What happened?" And you turn around to see little Jacob.
How the fuck did you get here?
Wasn't he in the bubble? Weren't you in the bubble?
Yeah.
Go on.
Everyone's here, and you see a file of people kind of coming onto the ship as it's turned on, as it's on.
I'll turn to Erados and be like, "Hey, we went in the back door." Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta look at the elbow for a high five. You gotta look at the elbow for a high five. You guys
He's
failed
upwards.
that.
He's upwards from me.
You guys just happened to come a different way than we did. But good job making it here. What was that all about?
You tell us. What the hell just did this university?
So remember I told you guys 2 years ago when you got here that something was coming?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's imminent, and looks like that was the opening salvo of what is happening. So it is our job now to make our way down and warn people, get things taken care of, get things.
You broke Minnie. She didn't say making your way, so you've broken everything, and we don't trust you at all because you literally broke Minnie because she always says, "Take it away,"
because she's tied up.
Yeah, Minnie.
Well, no, I have a shit ton of questions for you, Jacob.
I want everybody stop. I want answers from this lady. Jacob will talk to you in a minute. I want answers from this lady.
Cheryl.
Sage?
What?
Get answers.
Okay.
Cheryl looks over at you and goes, "Just give me a minute. Let us get in the air, and I'll answer all of your questions."
Define air, because that doesn't look like air.
Also,
and define if you are the good guy versus them being the good guy. We don't know.
I'm gonna grab Jacob with my tail. I'm gonna wrap Jacob in my tail and pull him close to me and be like, "What do you mean?"
Cool. You're wasting it on him. Use it on her. You get advantage.
I'm gonna put Jacob down, pat him on the head with my clawed hand, and say, "Sorry, you don't have the information I need." And I'm gonna grab her with my tail.
Thank you.
She's gonna be like, "Can we not right now? We have to get in the air."
Where are we going? Where are you taking us? Where are we now?
We're going back to Earth.
I knew it. We were not on Earth. Ooh. Okay, Minnie's just gonna be heated and pacing. She's pacing. She's pacing right now.
You're tied up.
Oh, I'm still tied up?
Yes.
Okay, well, she is. She's rocking back
on
and forth in her ropes. She's rocking back and forth in her ropes.
I'm gonna continue to have her wrapped in my tail and growl.
Okay, so here's the deal. Listen. Here's what's happening, and you see she's like fiddling with buttons and like knobs and things, and she's like, "We had to take you guys. We had to find a secure location. In order for us to get a secure location that could not be tracked by various government or entities or anything like that, we had to move you to our base that is a satellite around the Earth. So what you guys saw was a projection of your college life and birds and all of those things and animals and all that, things we brought to there in this dome that was for training purposes. Now, we are going back to Earth to warn Earth of what is coming.
These guys, these big like rock-like monsters.
It is literally, yes, these it is a manifestation of pure evil that is coming to Earth to take over.
Neat.
All right,
So
Thule, I think you need to let her go, and let's get off this satellite thing, and then on the journey continue asking our questions.
can I real quick? I want to make a perception check to see if there's like a standard order of rank, like a military rank in this engine room.
Okay. There is.
I have a passive of 17.
Yeah, you notice that there are people kind of moving back and forth. There does seem to be some sort of like chain of command.
Okay. Do I know them? Do I know?
No, it's no one that you know or have seen.
That's gonna piss me off. Okay. So who the fuck are these guys?
So
Where were these guys?
this is the crew,
Hi, crew.
and they took you here, and then they're here to bring you back now.
She's able to say this to them without me letting her go.
Yeah,
I've got her in my tail, and she's still fucking in charge. So I don't know what's... Should I let her go? Or should I throw her against the wall?
Just let her go so we can get off this satellite, and then we have questions that I want answers to.
I will answer all the questions that I am able to answer for you.
I'm
just can't answer.
I'm putting her down. But my tail is letting go.
She like,
but we're all facing.
I'm gonna shift and slide up in front of her and be like, and then lean back.
I didn't hear a word you said.
Did you hear me, JB?
I did not hear you.
I said, I'll whisper, I did this.
I know.
And
you cut
I
out.
know what you did to us. And then lean back. And then I'm gonna look at her face.
She doesn't. I will roll an intimidation check.
Okay. I have advantage.
Disadvantage.
I'm gonna tilt the trash can to show the files a little bit, and just bring them back.
No, don't.
Well, somebody untie me.
Leave her where
No,
she's
you look
at.
better this way.
You don't control me, thank you.
Why would I leave her where she's at?
She tried to attack me. Leave her where she's at.
Because you are
You
not being
deserved it.
responsive.
You're untying her. What is wrong with you?
Hold
22.
on a second. Let me finish, but leave her where she's at.
22.
No.
No, she made a deal with me. That rope is mine.
Guards.
Pause. You wanted a check from me.
Yes.
I rolled a 22. This affects what would happen next.
Okay. Yeah, she blinks a little bit. And just kind of, you see in her face go a little bit pale. What do you know?
So, well, we can discuss this. Get on the ship, untie my friend. There will be no...
We're already on the ship.
We have answers. Get the ship up. We'll let her go.
I will attack the whatever is holding her, and I will roll for that, and I don't give a shit.
We're untying
I
our
go
friend.
untie Minnie and take my rope.
All
She
right.
presses
We
the
made a
button, hits the launch sequence. You guys see the light start to flash. And you guys make your way. You guys see as you... Damn it! You guys see as you enter into space, and you can see... It's cool. Like, you're, like, in between Earth and the moon. And, like, you can see...
I just wanted to be Geordie LaForge.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Do it. That was a good reference.
It was a good reference. And it pissed Dungeon Daddy off, so it's extra good reference.
So we're making our way towards Earth, correct?
Yes, making your way
Make it away!
My way back to you.
And
babe.
he says, we need. You hear someone say we need coordinates, and she says, take us southeast. And he says, all right. Puts buttons in. You guys start making your way down towards Earth, and she says, okay, now. She looks right at you, Sage, and says, you have my undivided attention. What do you need?
Would you like to clear the bridge, or would you like to discuss privately? Also, Jacob, if you could please be with us as well, since we modder.
Hold on, you are soup slow.
Ah, shit. Really?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I said, do you want to clear the bridge? Do you want to talk to us privately in your own room?
Somebody's got like
shit.
birds and a lot of.
That's me. I'll mute.
I don't need to clear the ship. I think that
Not the ship, just the bridge. And Jacob, if you could please be with us as we trust you a modicum more than the rest of the
I have
right
nothing.
now.
I have nothing to hide. I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, that's fine. So, we're going to go over these files real quick. And I want you to tell me, in your own words, what you did, what this school has done to its students.
Okay.
I don't want any certain terms. I will know if you're lying.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Question 1. Are we, technically speaking, government property?
Technically speaking, no.
Good.
Legally speaking, are we government property?
No. You're
Okay.
free to do whatever
Are
you want.
we? Okay, so who's funding the bill then for all of this training, all of this equipment? Is it a private company?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the name of the private company?
If you say Umbrella Corporation, I'm smacking your face. Hard.
Out of character, I know the answer.
It is the church.
Which one? There's a lot.
Motherfucker.
Do they feel we are indebted to them?
No.
I need
So we
my
owe them
answer
nothing.
question. Which church?
It is the Catholic Church. But it's the Catholic Church is the major funder, but really it's
The World Religion Organizations?
basically, yeah.
Neat.
This
now,
is like some Illuminati bullshit.
we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes here. You see this lady to my left here?
Yeah.
The one that we was tied up? Okay, do you recognize her before now? Yeah, she's pretty popular. She's valedictorian. She's lost a little weight recently, if you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why that was?
She had a baby.
She did what now?
She had a baby.
Did she though?
Yeah, she had a baby.
Where is it?
She looks over to her left, and you see a
Thule is starting to get actively pissed off. He is.
Minnie is pacing. She's pacing. She's got her fists balled, waiting for the answer.
Both of you, calm. Just 1
I am
second.
answering your questions.
I
gonna
understand that.
slightly
I'm telling
move
them to
to
calm.
position myself between Minnie and her.
I'm
on you, Sage, but I am not okay.
So to clarify, Cheryl, Minnie had a baby
Yes.
and it was born and is healthy
Yes.
and it's on the ship.
Yes.
Is there a reason she was not allowed to have her child?
We had every intention on giving her child.
Did you modify her memory to make her forget she gave birth?
No, but we did tell her the baby was not viable.
You lied about a child's life and cost my team immense grief. And I asked you before if we were the property. So, if we are not your property, and we are not subject to your property, then that child should have never been taken. Are we in agreement on this?
No, we are actually not in agreement on that.
Why?
Thule is chest heaving, getting ready to charge at your ass.
Is this child a hybrid child?
Yes.
Have you encountered this before?
No.
Is that why you took her?
Yes.
So it is a girl.
Yes.
Mazel tov. Now, I want you to be very, very careful with next words.
Because they're going to determine your
About it.
fucking life!
And we're going to talk about it. We have two very angry parents. One whose job is to literally rage, and the other one's from Florida. And
Wait!
At this
One
point,
whose job is to literally rage and the other from Florida is sending me.
now,
Great line.
my bow is out. My arrow is knocked.
I understand that we have a job to do, and our team has every intention of doing it. But there has been a line of trust that has been ripped away. And the first step to making that trust more viable again, Jacob, will you please take us to the child?
I can do you one better. And she motions over. And you see a woman come up in a nun outfit. And she's holding the child. She's holding a bundle in her hand. And she comes over and she goes right to Minnie. And she hands Minnie the bundle. And inside you see a baby.
Abomination!
Huh?
Sorry.
It is. You see curly black hair, kind of olive skin with a little bit of scaling on the side of her face.
Does it have a tail? Does she have a cute tail?
She does. You don't see the tail if there is one.
Alright.
And she looks up at you and immediately puts her little hand on your cheek and says, it doesn't say anything, just kind of coos at you, and then does the little baby smile.
As soon as the nun hands the baby off, with bow drawn, I tell the nun to back away.
Thank
See,
you
the-
for
I
bringing her. Minnie,
I lunge
go meet your
and
daughter. Go
I
meet-
lunge for the baby, and I immediately grab onto my daughter And I just run over to Thule with tears and the biggest smile on my face, mixed with anger, mixed with disbelief, mixed with happiness and joy. And I just turn at him and I say, "This is our daughter."
I'll turn real quick back while this is happening, and I'll say, I need one of you to find them quarters. They need some time with their daughter.
Can
They
I
needs to
give
be-
an explanation before we do this? They already have quarters.
Okay, thank you.
Can I give an
Many.
explanation first? I feel like you're owed that.
We are
Yes.
owed that. Can you give them some time to just be with their daughter?
Yeah.
I don't think any explanation is going to take back what happened. I don't think it's going to significantly change what needs to happen now, which is them bonding with their child. So we're going to let them do that, and we can have an explanation after.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And-
that takes priority.
And
Yeah.
she says, "Sister Helen, will you take them to the chambers?" And she says, "Okay," and you guys go with them. So we're gonna split this up for just a second. You guys walk. She takes you down like this hallway and into this room, and you walk in this room, and what you guys see is pictures. You see a baby carriage. You see a playpen and a baby carriage, and a bed, and then covered in this are pictures of the two of you. Like pictures that you guys have taken on Insta together, like every piece of like any media, some photos that you guys didn't even know were taken.
There's just a picture of Thule and then a tuft of hair because the photographer didn't get it right.
Well, usually Thule's like holding me.
And then it'll be like, and you hear your voices in like coming through speakers. And she looks at you, and the nun looks at you and says, "I'm so sorry. We didn't know what to do, so we did the best that we could." And then she shuts the door on with you guys in the room and just leaves.
I want to be mad at them, but this is ours.
I'm not with you. I stay.
Yeah.
You guys are alone with your daughter, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, no, I fucking followed them. A nun led them somewhere? How the fuck do you know they're gonna come back? Absolutely not. They can be in the room by themselves, but I'm gonna stand outside the fucking room to make sure nothing else happens.
I didn't leave the bridge.
Yes, Auntie Kerrigan. Yes, Auntie Kerrigan.
That's
When you
fine
guys
with
Yeah.
me.
walk off, I'm gonna hand the trash can over to Kerrigan to take with you while I stay with Sage.
So we're in the room now, and it's me, Thule, and our daughter.
Yes.
I'm
Kerrigan already
just quietly crying the entire time, probably dripping down on my little daughter's face because I'm just crying, not knowing what to think, do. Just a mix of I knew she was alive, a mix of just looking at Thule and being like, I'm just sorry for everything. It's just been a rough year. I didn't know.
And I don't say anything, but we know that everything is forgiven. Like it's our time with our child. This is the most beautiful thing that either of us have ever seen, and the first thing that I'm able to say is it's only been 3 days.
Don't make me laugh while I'm holding her.
And,
So
oh my God, she's perfect. She's both of us. She's the most beautiful thing. She's
Technically an alien.
look at her.
So Minnie is just excited. She gets up on the bed. She makes Thule come with her. Thule hugs her. while they hold the baby, but then Minnie starts asking, and her mind is just starting to reel. Like, this is the first time that a hybrid child has existed. How long is she going to live? Like, is there a doctor on this ship? Like, what do we do now? What do we do now? I want to make sure she gets proper care and that she grows up.
So one of the things that you notice, actually
She's going to be so strong. She is the best of both of us.
Both of you make perception checks.
Okay. $18.
20.
You both
With
smell like, and Thor, you have a very heightened sense of smell. You smell Minnie in the room. Oh, thank you, honey. And Minnie, you smell Thor. Like, it seems to be like the cologne, that whatever his scent is, you smell it in the air. And same for you. It seems that they have tried as much as they could to make sure that this child knew who you were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with all the pictures and everything.
So by scent, by voice, you were there. Now, as you guys are doing that and having your conversation, let's go back to the bridge where shit's getting wild.
I'm gonna lean into Sage and be like, I didn't get a good look.
Gyarados said he passed me the trash can.
Yes.
Okay.
Did it have a horn?
Did that baby have horns?
So can I would like, whenever you find time for me on my lonesome, to just investigate the papers in the trash.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay.
She needs a name.
Guys, I'm gonna go over the earpiece. Like, did you guys ever pick on a name?
11.
As you're going through these papers, it looks like these look like your school records. It looks like there are you see a bunch of names that you don't really know, a couple of names you recognize. You get to your name first, and you see date of birth, hometown, like where you're from, what your grades were during the closest thing you can have to grades, like what your points and stuff were, what you contributed to the team, your class, and then you see a bunch of X's next to one thing, like it's redacted out.
What does it look like it's redacting?
It's just like it's like a comment section.
Can I hold it up to the light and try and MacGyver my way into seeing some of what it says?
Yeah. Roll a investigation check with I'd say disadvantage because the light is dim, and it's redacted pretty damn well.
17.
17 would get you. Where is? You just see one name on it, and it is, or one word. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Hold please. I have to look things up.
You're good.
while she's doing that, I'm gonna on the earpiece. Be like, so did you guys ever pick out a name? Minnie, Thule.
We have not picked out a name. I just can't stop looking at her
All right.
and smiling.
Is this a
Just
is this
so
a private
just-
chat? Because if it's not, for the love of God, don't let it be Mary.
So just so we're
Too much
clear,
Catholicism.
this is the only time that I'm gonna get to say it, and this is at peak like happiness. So I'm gonna say it. It was right, and I'm really happy it was right. Happy it was safe. And Sage is a really good androgynous name. And
Yes, Sage, you're right. You're always right.
I told them, well, in our talks and stuff between me and Minnie and me and Thule while they were working through their shit, I did everything I could to reassure them that everything was going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I will find a way to make it okay. And I did it.
Where the hell is the
Through
name of that
pure
thing?
happenstance.
Sanguine.
Sanguine.
Yep, Sanguine.
Sanguine.
Penguin.
I'm gonna look at my genie and be like, "What the fuck is this shit about? Sanguine?"
I don't Rosini's like, I don't fucking know.
So that's all I can see.
Yeah, that's all that you can kind of make out in that.
I'm gonna like stick that paper in my pocket.
Okay.
And then normally, parents normally they have something about like parents, family situation, stuff like that.
All of that.
Do I see anything? All of that's unknown.
Yep.
Okay. I'll look through the rest of the stuff. Is there anything redacted in everyone else's files?
The thing that you notice in Thule and Minnie's files, it does say it has a note that says, please see file 413.
Okay, do I have that one?
You do not have that one.
All right. Anything in everybody else's files and
Everybody else's
Erados
files
and
are
Sage.
standard, school records, family history, like histories, things like that.
Of course, fucking Sagey and Airy, always fucking perfect. Of course, there's nothing fucking redacted in theirs.
Really? There's nothing redacted in ours?
Did you say that out loud for the record?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give no explanation, but I'm gonna say it out loud.
What?
I feel like
What are you
we
talking
deserve
about?
some
I'm
sort
not
of
perfect
redacting.
all the time.
Also, how the fuck did Erados not sire a hybrid child? He's tried the hardest. What? I know you didn't pull out. At least,
Never.
There's no way.
Never.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
gonna open. So I'm gonna keep the page of mine that says unknown on the family history, and the page that has something redacted. I'm gonna fold both of those and put them in my pocket, my personal pocket. I'm gonna open the door to the nursery, and I'm gonna like push the trash can in and close the door, and be like, "These are all the files we got. I didn't see anything, but I didn't want to get rid of them in case you wanted to look through them before anybody found us with them."
They're so engrossed in the child, I don't think they heard you.
We were, and we apologize, but we have a name.
We're having our family time. No, we have a family time. So, y'all can go do what you need to do.
See how quickly she changed?
Well, you guys enjoy that, but if they find these files, they're gonna destroy them before you get a chance to look. So,
What?
It's up to
okay,
you.
so
No
you're
judgment either
telling
way.
us what the file. You're telling us what's in the file. Is there anything on our baby?
I stuck the trash can into your door.
Okay.
It references another file on both of your files, but we don't have that file. I assume that's baby.
Okay.
But
All right.
maybe
Thank
there's
you.
another clue that I missed. You can look through it
All
if you
right.
want.
So, Minnie is being right now cuddled by Thule, and while holding the baby, and both Minnie and Thule are kind of just snuggling and holding the baby, and the baby's falling asleep.
Baby farts
So, baby farts a little bit.
Sounds like fool's fuck.
So Minnie's gonna gently lift the baby up and put her in that crib that's in the room. That's got all the pictures of Minnie and Thule from their, lovey-dovey era before they had their breakups because of the trauma that they suffered.
The first 3 days.
The first 3 days, yes. And that's plastered all over the crib. And she's going to put the baby down, and she's going to bring the trash can of the files over so that they can look through it.
Okay. While you're doing that, Cheryl looks over at the two of you that are still sitting there and goes, "Do you have any more questions?"
Oh, I have a lot.
What are our landing coordinates?
How many teams are currently available to use as a strike force?
Right now there are 10.
There are 10 teams
Yes.
of 5 or
Huh?
of 6? 10 teams of how many people?
10 teams of 6.
So you have 60 magical, partially trained frontline. And you guys will be fighting well.
When we can, yes. But we're
Does this
mainly
ship
when we can, but we're mainly command center.
Okay.
You guys have been given the U.S. Each team has been given a continent or a country, and you guys have been given the U.S.
Is there another team that got the U.S. too? That's a couple hundred million. That math.
That's an awfully lot of territory for just the 5 of us.
And I don't want to go to Florida.
Hey, fuck you.
You're not here.
I know. Just still, fuck you.
I hear in my head. Hey.
Be louder.
Well, we actually started. We're planning to have 20 teams, but we weren't expecting what happened up there to happen. So.
Okay. All right.
Why did you
That's
kill
fair.
off so many of us during training?
Yeah. Did we get killed off?
Why did you kill off so many of us during training if you knew this was going to happen?
None of them. Nobody was killed.
Then where the fuck did they go?
Home. They weren't. They failed. They failed out.
Okay. So, this place is getting points in not evil and evil at the same time. You have a lot of evil points for kidnapping a child. Can't understate this enough. Pretty high levels of evil. Innocent baby.
They're also the Catholic Church, so that doubles it.
Yeah. You did not christen the child, right?
No.
Okay, cool beans.
We didn't even name the child.
Also cool beans, I guess. Seems really heartless, but all right. What do you call it?
Wasn't our child to name?
Wasn't your child to take in the first place? That didn't
Yeah,
stop.
that's fair. Yeah. So
Damn
you're
straight.
not gonna name your stolen child, but you'll steal the child? Do you have the test results that you ran on the child?
Sound worse than my freaking family stealing children.
I don't have them in front of me.
You have them in your possession?
I don't
You
have
have
them in my
access to it.
possession, no.
Does someone on the ship have the access or have the physical file?
I'm sure there's someone on the ship with access to
Insight.
those. But I wouldn't be giving you that information. I will give it to her parents.
That's perfectly fine. So, just so we're clear, you did run tests on this child. Obviously, you did. You just told me you had the results. You ran tests on it.
Yeah, we ran tests to see
Her.
if
You ran tests on her. I really need to get this gender
we wanted
thing.
to, make sure that the child was viable and would be.
Interesting.
The child isn't old
The
enough
word
to
viable
gender-
was just
their gender
used.
yet.
And I'd like to point out that was the lie that was given to them. I'm having a hard time letting this go.
I understand that.
Is there food? I would like food.
Would you like to eat?
I'm having trouble containing my shape. I'm that agitated right now.
I reach over and hand Sage a good berry.
Much filling, but I can't angry eat it. It's really good.
Okay, so
When they finished having their time, we will. You're right. There is no excuse for taking the child, but there is a reason.
all right, we can go into the reason later. We can go back in the past later.
Was there any sort of reason why you couldn't have just been forthright with them and let them know that their child existed, and then be like, "Listen, we do need to make sure this is a brand new experience. We have no idea how this is going to work, but we want you involved because it's your child." You know, a weirdly correct way to go about it.
You have to understand.
I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. I'm
You
just
don't
going to
have to
poke at the
understand anything.
things that you did wrong.
You have to understand that this was something that was new. We weren't expecting this. We should have expected that there would be some,
There was a lot of fucking. Like, there was a lot. There's no
we
way.
planned for that, but usually when the DNAs are not compatible, you don't have to worry about babies. But in this instance, something changed, something happened, and I don't know if it was their connection or what that caused this to.
It's
be a
probably
thing.
not their connection. It was only 3 days, so
It was a lot in 3 days, though. Like, we were monitoring.
it
you
was a
guys.
long ass 3 days.
There was a lot happening in 3 days. Like, and technically, the child is, it was really like 3 months, not quite 3 days.
Right. We've talked a lot about the past. I'm more interested in the future. Where are we going?
We are going to a outpost that we have in. It's funny that you mentioned not wanting to go to Florida because that's where we're going.
Fuck! It's in Disney World, isn't it?
It's actually not in Disney World.
Thank God. I swear to God, if we landed in the It's a Small, Small World place, I would sneak attack and everything.
It's not in Disney World. It's not far from Disney World, but it is not in Disney World.
Dude, the deep.
So where is everybody? Because Minnie's overcome of joy now that the baby is sound and safe asleep. She's starting to stew again. So she's starting to need some answers. So where are you guys so that Minnie can so Minnie's gonna tap her ear and she's gonna be like, where the fuck are you guys and who are you with? Because I'm about to send Thule out to get some answers while I protect our baby.
We're getting answers. We're still
We're
on
still
the
on the deck.
bridge. Do you need more time?
I'm
Thule,
outside your
hun,
door.
will you? Okay, will Kerrigan come in here with me and Thule, will you go out and will you let everybody know the baby's name and will you get some of these fucking answers as to what the fuck they did to us?
Yeah, I'm ready to punch the fuck out of everything for this.
Punch whoever the fuck you need to, baby. I believe in you.
I'm
Can I
ready
come
to
in there?
punch
Do I get to
anything
hold
from
the
my
baby?
child.
Yes,
Yes.
you can. You could. She smells so good. You should come in here and hold her. Her name.
coming!
Oh.
I'm coming.
All right, and check your Discord because I'm telling you the name.
Just her?
Well, Fool's gonna tell you guys the name, but I didn't want to steal his thunder.
Yeah. No, I'm getting ready to run. I'm not running out. I'm coming out. Because I am
I'm coming.
Ant.
You're coming out.
Yeah. Ant Flamethrower is coming in, and I am ready to let her come in. And I'm coming out and saying, Lilith wants answers. Where did she go? Where did she come from? I'm done with your bullshit. How do we deal with this?
Incidentally, does it take formula? She take formula. Really working. Sorry,
She
buddy.
does take. She has been given a special blend of formula based on her.
Your special blend means nothing. You gotta tell me where we're going.
We're going to
we're
Florida.
My
going
child
to
will
Florida.
not deal with this. Where are we going? If we're going to Florida, that's fine. My family is from Florida, but that is one thing. She needs to know her whole family.
Oh,
And
yeah. What's
Minnie
the
taps.
situation
So
down
Minnie,
there?
I can hear all this, right? Minnie can hear all this that's going on. The conversation on the bridge.
Yes.
Okay. So Minnie taps her thing and says, "Thule, baby." Also ask them, is everybody still alive that we know? Like how? Like just because we've been off the earth, we may also time may have been different.
Yeah, what'd you tell our families?
Those of you that have families.
Okay,
Thank you.
rude.
Thank you, Sage. I need to know where the grandparents are. They're going to want to see this fucking precious angel. They have never seen something so beautiful in their life.
Thule, we need you. I need you, Mr. Thule. I need you to have a seat.
Ooh, he's gonna stand. Hey, Thule, I'll intercede in front of Thule with my back turned to her and be like, it's Sage. I am not going to rest or go to my quarters until I know all the information that we can gather. Me and Ari are going to find what's going on. Shouting and screaming, albeit incredibly warranted right now, not going to fix what we need to do for your family.
Sage, Ari,
Hmm.
I trust you.
We won't let you down, brother.
Also,
In
was
the
her name
meantime,
Lil? Little Lily.
Lil for short, because she's so little.
She's a little
In the
lizard.
meantime, Kerrigan, come and look at how curly her hair is.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna turn to whatever her name is there, Captain
Cheryl.
and
Oh, I'm picking that baby up and holding it.
Yes,
And
dude.
Living on that baby.
straight out, if you're taking us to Florida, take us to his family.
Where we're going is not far. We have an actual pad that we have to land on. I can't just land it anywhere.
I understand. What is the situation of what you know and can tell us about the situation?
Okay. Right now, on Earth, everything is calm.
Okay, define calm.
It is just regular day on Earth.
Okay, how long Earth years have we gone?
2 years.
2 years. So there's been no time dilation between us on the satellite or anything else. That's pretty damn fantastic of you. You have tabs on our family, their whereabouts, and if you say for those that have them, we'll hit you.
I don't know how else you want me to say it.
If
I
you
want you to
have
tell
that-
me that my family is fine.
Your
I want you
family-
to tell me that we're landing at Cape Canaveral at landing pad 49 and we're going to be okay.
We are landing in a secure location in Florida.
There's hardly
Everyone is fine. All of your families are fine. As far as they've been told, you guys have been in college. You guys have been doing regular academic stuff. They get regular letters and regular updates on what has been going on in your lives.
Oh.
And who is sending these? Who do they think they're coming from?
I think they're coming from us.
They're coming
mean,
from
they
you
have-
guys.
So, question. Oh no. Oh
How
no, my
long
brain.
until Earth finds out?
Yeah. What?
This is,
Apocalypse.
honestly, we thought we had about 3 months, but based on what we saw up there, I don't know how long we have.
What did they do to Lilith?
Oh yeah. They ran. So they did want to run some tests on the sake of her safety, because she is the first of her kind. Because she is a one of a kind, perfect angel, as you well know. Think of her in your arms.
Sage.
We're getting the results and the
Defend
information. She
them.
doesn't have them. I'm not defending them. I'm letting you know that I don't want her to die because she has to fly the ship. And I don't know how.
So we wait till we land. Got it.
She looks over at Thule and she says, "Listen, I understand that you're angry. And I understand that
You don't understand shit.
I
You took years away from me. And I will bite your fucking head off. But you need to tell me that they have been told that their grandchild is fine.
They don't know there's a grandchild.
Cool, you'll get to break the news to them yourself as soon as we land. How long?
Is there a minister on board?
There are a few. What religion are you looking for?
You know what?
I wouldn't mind talking to a Catholic priest right about now.
Not the time, Eridos, and you fiddle. I am,
That is so.
I
Funny, but wrong.
I follow the traveler. Do you have anyone that follows the traveler up here?
I do, and you look over and you see behind you there are all of these doors, and you see like St. Andrew's cross on one of them. You see a Star of David on the other one. You see, and then you see one that is a dick.
That's not my traveler.
It's not your traveler?
I don't follow Jester's traveler.
That would be my traveler.
It was its own deity before Jester, if you didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but we'll keep it moving.
Alright. That makes sense. He's fun.
But I'm gonna use that as a. I will let Sage calm me down on that one.
Eridos, why do you need to speak with him? I don't mean to joke about everything. I'm just assuming you actually had a. Awesome.
I mean, they were the ones to take Lily.
So you're actually gonna speak. So, good news. Baby's name is cute. Love it. Well, what's your last name? I just call you Thule. Feel like I should know, and I'm blanking.
Human.
Human. Really human. They'll
Why do you assume she's gonna take his name, his last name?
I don't.
It's
It's really weird hearing you.
So Minnie is the bliss of being with her bestie and being with her new baby is kind of wearing off, and she's starting to get a little bit like, what the fuck is going on? So she is going to search around the room and ask Kerrigan's help to help her find a baby sling or something to make a baby sling, because Lily is just conked out. She's fed, she's dry, she's been changed, she's just conked out. So Kerrigan is going to help
Roll. Okay,
Minnie
so I need you to roll
fashion.
me dexterity checks.
Okay.
You need a dexterity check from me.
Ew.
No. You just fed the
12.
baby, right? Or you fed the baby and changed the baby?
Yeah, the baby's asleep.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity for changing the diaper. What did you roll?
I rolled 12 just now.
Okay.
And then now another dexterity. Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
Okay. So, took you a little bit to get the hang of changing the diaper.
She's got a tail.
Because she's got a tail. But you feel like you may have, you did a pretty good job. And then you guys are searching around. You find one of those like baby Bjorn things.
That's what I was looking for.
You put her in it, and she kind of she stirs a little bit, but she quickly kind of coos and then goes back to sleep.
Okay. I'm going to walk out and I'm going to find Captain Cheryl and have some words.
Captain Cheryl is sitting with everyone else in the middle of...
All right.
Okay, and she looks over, she goes, okay, so everyone's here. Can we... You guys
Yes.
have lots of questions. I'm here to answer everything that you guys have been
So,
asking. I've been forthright.
First,
Hold on a second.
She looks over at you and Thule, and she says, all that I ask is I am being honest with you. All that I ask is that you keep an open mind and listen to what I have to say.
Okay.
I have a technical question, Dungeon Daddy.
What you got?
Could we hear the conversation that they were having with her?
Yeah.
While we were in... Yeah?
Yeah.
So I would like...
Yeah, go ahead.
To ask, because I assume they had to purposefully be trying to talk to us. So I would like to ask, probably Sage or Eridos, both, to ask who they contacted about me. Everyone else's family's got letters.
I'm going to turn to Cheryl and ask.
So, hold on real quick. Sorry, real quick. I'm bouncing the baby just to keep her asleep, and I'm asking that everybody please talk in such a very soothing and calm voice with any fucking hurtful question that you have, so that we can please, little baby ears are present. Thank you.
My God, I love you.
She looks so you ask the question, Erdos?
Yes.
We actually searched
on my family, on everybody's family. Who is your point of contact?
She says, she looks over, she says, for Thule, it was your father. Eridos, it was your parents. Or your father. Sage, it was your parents. Minnie, it was your parents and your abuela. And unfortunately, we couldn't find anybody for Kerrigan.
Okay.
Aww.
We think that we think that they're out there. We just haven't found them.
I don't think you really need to search that well.
I'm sorry.
It's okay that you didn't find them. We will take care of that. So what's the mission now?
So when we get in, we are sending you to
Keep your voice down. There's a baby sleeping.
In a sing-song voice, everybody.
I'm
She
gonna
looks
pull out
over
my
at you and says, "I
flutes. And
won't be doing
I'm
that."
gonna pull out my flutes and just play "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." Real
She
soft.
looks over at Thule and says, "Listen, like I said before, I get that you're angry. I'm here to answer all of your questions. I get that you're angry. Do I need to?"
I will snap your head off if you don't keep quiet.
She goes, and then you see behind you a group of guards come up, and they don't say anything. They just stand.
I will kill them all quietly if they wake my child.
No one is going to wake your child. We've we've had a lot of time with Lilith.
If you call her Lilith like she's like your child, I'll kill everybody in this room.
And I will help him. All
I
right.
feel
So
like this isn't
now
really
I
getting.
have some
I
questions.
feel like this isn't really getting us anywhere. Maybe we should take a break.
I would like to ask my questions, please.
Okay.
What did you guys find out about Lilith during your experiments?
Well,
Do we know how fast she's going to grow? Do we know how she's going to grow? What her dietary needs are?
She is, from what we have gathered based on our experiments, and we didn't do anything invasive. There's no tags. There's no, anything like that you have to worry about. We did do a simple genetic test to confirm that she is a mix of both of your DNA, and she is going to grow at the rate of about between the two of you. From what we can, none of this is strict hypothesis. We don't know for certain. So it's it seems like she's gonna looks like she's gonna lead a very well and happy life. She does require both vegetables and meat. Was one of the things that we noticed very early on, is that she required meat much earlier than we anticipated. And so we have been we've been feeding her a pureed meat product that we've been giving. We did attempt to, at one point, try to use a wet nurse. That went very poorly. So
She ate the whole titties, didn't she?
I would suggest for you, Minnie, to not breastfeed. And so everything else, again, we tried, although we couldn't. The decision not to tell you was above my pay grade. But we wanted to make sure, we knew that eventually you would be reunited if as long as the baby remained stable and healthy. We were worried that with the two DNAs that aren't normally compatible, that there would be unforeseen problems, and so far we haven't seen any. part of the reason that you were kept out of the loop was for we didn't want anything to, and again, this may have been wrong on our part. We didn't want anything to split your focus from what we needed you here for. And so, in order for us to, we didn't think that you would grow into the effective leaders in the effective group if you also had to worry about the care and raising of a child.
Wasn't
So
your
that
decision.
was the reason why ultimately it was decided. And then if you did have the baby and the baby was not viable, then going through that process as well. So we had good intentions. We just may not have done the right things for those good intentions.
Wasn't your decision to make.
Do you want to attack them, love, or do you want me to bite his head off?
We have a baby present, so we will not be biting heads off today. No, we won't. Instead, you have broken all the trust. I would like you to stay away and do not touch my child ever again. And I want all the files, everything that you have on her, so that I can now know how to care for her.
We will provide you with all of that.
And we're going to go back to the bed, aren't we? Yes, we are.
I will.
I have hey, Minnie.
Before you do that.
Minnie.
Yes.
Real quick. We do, I know it's not the best of times, but we do technically also need to save the world, sort of. And just the first priority once we land is to find a safe location for it are on mission. For Lilith to be protected.
You make a good point.
That's between
Also,
them. They'll
I
let us
have
know what
little
their decision
rattle.
is, whether they're gonna continue with us or they're gonna take.
Oh,
care
she's
of it.
sleeping. I stopped.
Sage, I thank you so much for Uncle Sage did us a solid. I am going to go and calm down because I don't want little Lily to see me like this if she were to wake up. So I will calm down and let you guys continue talking, and I will be listening.
As a note, you see one of the nun that took you to the room comes up and says, "I have been her main caretaker, and I don't have. I know it's not much to ask, but I've kind of taken a bit of a shine, a bit of a liking to your beautiful baby, and it would do me the biggest hope if I could stay on as a caretaker."
You kidnapped the baby, and now you want to stay on as the caretaker?
I didn't kidnap a baby.
I think she was assigned. I think she was just assigned.
She
What's your name?
My name
What's
is
the
Helen.
nun's name? Helen?
Mm-hmm.
Helen, I thank you so much for taking care of her, and I can see that you did a really good job. But I am here now to take that over, and I need to bond with her. Let me think about it, please.
Okay, thank you. She kind of bows and walks away. And she actually, before she leaves, she hands you a bottle. And in the bottle you see it's like this pinkish mixture. And she's like, "Here's her bottle, and before you," and she just kind of goes and moves the diaper a little bit. She's like, that way she doesn't, have any blow-ups.
Thank you, Helen.
Oh, thank you. Again, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what you've been through. And she kind of just leaves.
Okay.
And as you guys make your way, Thule, are you going with her?
Make your way.
Making my way.
Are you gonna go with her?
Making our way.
I'm gonna stay with mini.
Okay, so
The whole.
you guys go back
Yeah.
to the nursery room, or your quarters at this point, and so then Cheryl looks over at Sage and says, "So now that that little bit of unpleasantness is somewhat taken care of, I should probably let you guys know we've probably got about maybe about 8 hours before we land in Florida. Now would be a good time for you guys to get some rest. But if you have any more questions about anything else, that that is good. And I really do hope that you understand that we didn't know what to do.
No, that's been made abundantly clear.
I have a question. What are we supposed to be doing for the church from here?
You're not really doing it for things for the church.
The church funded
The
it,
church is
and now
funding it, but
Which means they're in charge.
So, there was a set of. All right, guys, lore dump. You ready? You guys ready for the lore dump?
Who's typing?
Okay. So, there was a set of prophecies that were given recently to a group of by a group of sages that we have on staff.
That's me. Sorry.
About a coming evil that's will be both from the ground and the sky, and it's very weird because most religions have prophets, and usually they don't all get the same prophecy at the same time. But this was a time where all of them got the same thing. And so, as to figure out a way to combat and get this, get ahead of this threat, they banded together and formed our organization. And while it is funded by religion, by these churches do not govern us. We are our own body. It was one of the rules because no religion can be. We don't want this to say, oh, well, this is a Catholic, organization, or a Christian organization, or a Jewish organization, or a Muslim organization, or a Sikh organization. We didn't want that. We wanted to. This is our main goal: is the care and safety of the planet from threats from the stars.
Chris, you're gonna love this. I just realized where we're going, and we're gonna love this.
And so we have to. So we are not the church, and I want to make that abundantly clear. The reason that we are funded by the church is because they have the prophecies. So they're giving us the information of where to go. And then they also pay for it because it's the biggest business in the world.
Right. So the church is telling us where to go.
How do you know that these prophecies are true?
Because they're all the same. Every religion, every seer, every prophet from every religion is getting the same prophecy.
Okay.
And the church doesn't have to be the people backing you.
I'm less concerned about who the backing is. I know who the backing is at this point. What do they want us to do? What do they want 5 people to do?
It's not just 5 people.
The entire United States.
Your job is to go to where you hear of threats or where you see things and take care of them. from what we can gather, um, from what we can gather, where the spots happen, you'll know.
JB, end the stream.
In the stream.
Yeah, because you're giving away stuff for the next.
No, I'm not. This is all good stuff. This is all stuff that you guys are learning in game.
Okay.
Where these things will happen, you'll know. You'll it won't be silent. It won't be quiet.
Of course not. We're not trained for quiet.
No. Well, one of you is.
Subtle, not our forte.
But you are the
My
subtle
forte,
bus.
not our forte. My
But
forte.
You are the subtle bus.
Yeah, it's irony.
Yeah, that was never
Alright,
actually
the church never
serious.
understood
So,
irony.
so we're as subtle
Sure.
as a bus hitting you really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think
Have you
about how
seen the,
if I
have you seen
didn't
the
mediate.
fire?
Yeah.
Okay,
If I
so-
didn't mediate, and thank goodness Kerrigan wasn't here the whole time because, goodness,
8
I
hours
could
we
stop all three of
land.
them.
8 hours we land. What are we doing?
Interestingly enough,
I'm
she
a-
looks over at Kerrigan and she says, "Interestingly enough, we." How do I say this?
Carefully.
You have a destiny.
Haha, you don't have free will.
Oh shit.
None of us do. It's okay.
I don't believe in destiny.
But it believes.
The thing about destiny is that you don't have to believe in it.
Well, that's good because I fucking don't.
Have you ever? Let me ask you just a question. Have you ever seen things that weren't there?
I don't know, DM, have I?
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
I mean, I guess. I was a lonely kid. I had a lot of imaginary friends, if you will.
Don't worry, we're no longer.
One of the reasons that we looked especially hard for your lineage is for some reason others, you and others like you, have had this ability to kind of sense where things are. Hold, please. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
Old is good because she doesn't know what her lineage is.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean
We're
by lineage?
still live. We're still live.
Yes, we are still live. She comes from a, and Helen looks over at all of you and says, it's interesting. You have that fire red hair. You've got kind of the cracks in your skin that kind of, look like lava. And we hypothesize that you may have some maybe demonic bloodline in your body. We don't know that for certain. We'd have to run tests, and obviously we're not going to run tests now with you guys because see how that went. But we think that there may be some demonic blood running through your veins, and that gives you an interesting advantage in this coming incursions, as one might say. There are things that you'll be able to maybe see and or
JB, we need to quit streaming because we're giving away stuff.
no, we're not. This is all lore dumping stuff.
Leave him alone.
We are on track. We are on track, boo. I haven't given away anything that I don't want everyone to know yet.
So Kerrigan is, we think, possibly of demonic blood, potentially, hypothetically, maybe. You need to be Lilith's godmother.
That's what the organization may think is thinking. Did Steven just leave?
He did.
He may come back on. He might be rebooting.
Can I keep going?
Yeah.
Let's do a pause.
Say what?
So we could do a pause till he gets back.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, really quick, because
Get your notes in order.
Break on that note. So we're gonna while we're waiting for that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Yay!
I wish I had like.
Are we pausing the
Hold
stream?
music. Yeah, we're paused.
Yo.
And we're back, guys. So, I was in the middle of a lore dump. We were just talking about there may be some demon blood in our beautiful Kerrigan over here. So you may have just a small amount of demon blood in you, and that gives you the ability to kind of see things that maybe no one else in your group will be able to see.
Okay, that's fine in theory, but my mother was a saint.
Yeah.
The woman had not a touch of demon blood in her, and I don't have a father.
I'm gonna lean into Kerrigan and be like, "Do you take that as an insult?"
No, I meant it for real. Come after my mom, and I'll come after you.
So
no, they're saying you are part demon.
There's no way I'm part demon. There's no way.
So you know your mother.
Yeah. Until she passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But you don't know who your father is?
No.
And she never
I've got a
spoke of
locket that was his, but I can't open it, so I can't get anything out of it.
Okay. Would you mind us taking a look at that locket?
It's one of the few things I have left of my mom's.
Okay. Completely understand. We'll see what happens when we get to Florida, and figure out what we can do at that point. So when you get down there, here's the one thing that I will ask of you all as we get into back to normal life. Your first task will be to perform surveillance. One of our prophets has said that there is a spot that could very well be the site of an incursion. We don't know whether it'll be from above or from below. We don't know. But our hope is that we may be able to figure out what's happening, how they do the things that they're doing, and get more information and to save as many people as possible. We do recognize there'll be some casualties, just because there's 5 of you, but we have our intelligence is pretty good that this is kind of where it will all begin.
The fact that there's only 5 of us is your first mistake. You need an army.
They have 60.
That's not an army. That's a strike force.
You guys were the most capable. That's why we sent you to the U.S.
Jeez Louise.
You need the special forces, but you also need the cannon fodder.
Are we going to get some training? Are we going to get some weapons? Like, is there going to be a hub that we can go to for incidentals?
Yes. That's actually where we're going.
Okay.
We're going to our base, and our U.S. base is in Florida. We have bases all over the country.
Are there other people out there like us that you guys have trained maybe in other satellite facilities?
Yes. Yes.
Or
Not in the
other countries
U.S.
have trained? Oh, not in the U.S. Okay.
But there
So we're
are.
covering the whole U.S.
You guys are covering the entire U.S. I know it sounds daunting, but the cool thing is, I guess it's cool for us. We think it's cool. Maybe not for you guys. We are your team.
Define team.
Yeah.
If you have somewhere you need to go, we're the ones to take you there.
But you can't land everywhere.
Huh?
But you can only land on pads.
We can only land this ship on the pad.
Oh, so we're gonna have a different form of transportation.
You don't have a plane.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see all of this equipment when we land. So you're gonna be our point of contact. You're gonna be our liaison with the higher ups.
As long as you want me to. I don't know if, if you still would like me to, I would be your liaison.
Who else is another option?
Jacob is an option.
Okay, we'll take you.
Oh,
Jacob goes,
Jacob.
I'm gonna be on
You're
the ship.
right. This is a group vote. We'll have to vote as a group. I'm just asking for information. All right.
And
what are we supposed to tell our families? Are we allowed to tell our families the truth?
You can tell your families as much as you want
Whatever
them
the
to
hell
know. And I will say we do have agents on the field whose job is to keep your family safe.
Because I don't know that my abuelita is going to be able to handle any of this bullshit.
That is their job. If anything happens near them, is to get them safe, to get them to a.
How's she gonna handle a great grandbaby with a tail?
She'll handle that because she had to flee the juntas, so she's got a strong back, but at the same time she's old.
Did you say a what?
She had to flee the juntas.
Oh.
That's how she got to this country.
Really? Tell us some more about that.
I don't know you.
You know, I figure we've got all this time. Why don't we learn more about each other?
You better tell whoever's supposed to be watching my dad not to get too close. The band will kill them.
Oh, I have some stories about your dad. He's your dad's a Spitfire, you know. He's roughed up quite a number of our agents.
We don't take kindly to trespassers.
He doesn't. And he is very, very observant. Very observant. He
sounds like good people.
He's our best shadow operatives were not able to escape his sight, and he knows probably more than anyone else about what's going on because we basically had to tell him.
I'll deal with telling my family.
Now, he doesn't know everything, but he knows a lot. Cause
I think if we're gonna start sharing, that Sage should have to go first because he always goes last, and half the time gets out of having to do it at all.
Agreed.
This is some bullshit.
Oh, Sage, by the way,
What?
and she hands you an envelope.
God damn it.
And it says, to Sage from Maggie.
Do I see the name?
And the Maggie has hearts around it.
Cool.
Can I see the name?
Roll a perception check.
I want to roll 1 too, please, because I want to
Me
see if I can see the
too.
name.
God damn it!
This is the Sage show now.
17 plus 9.
12.
10.
20.
I got a 10.
I got a
What's that?
12.
26.
All right. Hold on. I can beat it. I have to roll a 19 or a 20. Am I rolling sleight of hand
Yep.
or acrobatics? What do you
Roll
want me to
sleight
roll?
of hand. Yes, you do see that it says Maggie and there's little hearts around it.
Do we all see it or just
Sam.
Iridos?
Just
Damn it!
us.
26. Bullshit.
Who's Maggie?
Minnie perks up at that and is like, ooh.
Why don't you go feature?
I've seen a lot of letters with
She's
hearts
asleep.
before.
It's okay.
I've never gotten a letter.
And are you guys exclusive?
No, I mean, like, while we were in school and everything, Sage never got any correspondence from anybody.
Right. I understand that. That's why I'm curious who this Maggie chick is. Is that why you didn't date in school?
And on that note, we're going to end right there.
But it just 30. What?
I get out of it again.
No, we're
No,
starting up right
this
there
is
next
bullshit.
next time.
Next time we are starting with the Sage saga, the Sage romance saga. I'm gonna be there bouncing my baby. I don't care. You're gonna be telling us.
I know who Maggie is.
That's why I asked. I want to know who Maggie is.
I know
Same.
you do. Sage has shared 0 personal life.
Exactly,
Whole
which is why.
time. You're an
Because you always
asshole.
skirt it. No, you're not. We are starting with the Sage saga.
I'm pretty sure I have one of the highest perceptions of the team. So
I
Thank
have
God, Iridos. Thank God.
only a +7.
I hope that you guys enjoyed that big ass dump of lore.
I did.
You know
I
how to
did.
dump. You know how to take a dump, Dungeon Daddy.
This episode had everything. Like,
Yes.
there
yes,
was
it did.
drama. There was action.
It was like a telenovela.
It was. The only thing that we didn't have was combat. And I'm actually okay with it.
And we came real fucking close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a few times.
Oh, I was.
There were a
ready.
few times.
I am so
That man was
happy
gonna be
that
pissed
I have
about.
specifically built trust in this team. I feel like if I wasn't the dead mother, this would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have been... This could have gone real bad.
Yeah.
It was also real good that Kerrigan was not there.
Yeah. The first thing I would have done as soon as we found out about that, I was like, oh, we're going to go for a walk. Erdos, you're in charge of questioning. Me and Kerrigan are going for a walk and torching, but mostly a walk.
Yeah, it was... That whole that whole first part with the kid.
We're
I
still
was like-
alive, aren't we?
Yeah, we are still live. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's end it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. It was such a fun episode to be a part of, and I'm glad that I got to share it all with my good girlfriends and boyfriends and all of you. Thank you once again, leathermasters.com, for all of your leather adventure needs.
2 weeks from now, come back to see Sage's.
We will be back in 2 weeks.
Sage is gonna be in the hot seat.
Yeah, it's time. It's going to be called the Sage reveals his whole backstory.
I don't care if I have to
Yes!
use charm person. I will find out who Maggie is.
I want to know who Maggie is.
I think it's his sister.
Not with.
I
those
think it's
eyes.
his lover.
We'll have to find out next time on Adventure University.
Reborn.